I've been married for over 40 years and I've been retired for over 1 year. And I'm going to share my tips with you on how to survive being married and retired after 1 year. I recently ran into an ex-coworker at the grocery store and I told him I recently retired. His face said it all. When I told him I was home now, he said, "You're both home now?" And I said, "Yeah, we're both home now." And then he followed it up with, "Well, how's that going?" And I was like, oh my God, I don't know what kind of experience he's having, but it certainly didn't feel the same. So I'm going to share some tips with you today on my first year at home with my husband and our marital or couple survival tips. I hope you enjoy them. Now, if you are a millennial or a baby boomer or Gen Xer, it doesn't matter. Eventually, you're going to go through this. You are going to probably experience something similar, whether it's something similar to the guy at the grocery store or something similar to me. But I'm just giving you this information in advance, so hopefully you get to the place where I am and not the guy at the grocery store. So, this is my experience, and I want you to just jump right in. And that's what we're going to do. Let's just jump right into this. So, number one, stay active together. Make sure that you are spending time together, but not just spending time together, but staying active. Doing something like walking or bike riding or pickleball or going to the beach. Make sure you are spending that quality time together, being active, not sedentary. I love going fishing with my husband, and we find that when we're doing things together actively outdoors, that increases our mood. And when we have a schedule, it creates a sort of accountability for our own personal health and our health as a couple. Second on our list is setting goals together. We have long term goals and we have short term goals. Our goals can range from anything such as maintaining a certain weight, like we have individual goals, or we have couple goals, like where are we going to be traveling next year? Where are we going to allocate some of our finances for aging in place? Those are important goals for couples to talk about, and it's never too early to start talking about them now. If you don't have any goals set as a couple, and it seems like a difficult conversation to start with, because if you're talking about long-term goals and short-term goals, maybe it's just a little too much to talk about in one sitting, or you don't know how to approach it yet because you're not even really sure where to start. One real fun place to start is to start with a bucket list. Start talking about some of the things that you want to do together as a couple, whether it's in a year from now, or 6 years from now, or 20 years from now. A bucket list can be a fun thing to talk about and a great place to start. You don't have to start with 10 goals. You can start with one or two goals, but an important piece of that is to try to make them achievable, because if they aren't actually achievable, that could be frustrating and it really doesn't help in the future when you really want to talk about some of those harder goals. Okay, the third thing on the list of surviving your marriage and 1 year of retirement is to keep the love alive. And our suggestion is to have day dates or date nights. Finding ways to connect with each other could be as simple as going out to dinner, going to the movies, go bowling, but make sure you keep that fun and excitement and the closeness of being together. It could be competitive or not competitive. It depends on your relationship with your significant other. Just try a few different things throughout the year and see what works for you, and just build on that later, and then months to come and the years to come. It's so rewarding to be able to laugh with your significant other, have a great time, and that's exactly what day dates do and date nights do, is they provide that intimate forum for you to come together as a couple and enjoy life together, retirement or not. Fourth on the list is traveling. If you want to travel as a couple, start doing it now. Don't wait, because creating those memories together will be super important when you get older. Think of it as when you were in your newlywed phase, or your childbearing phase, or your midlife phase. Now you're in your retirement phase. And much like those other phases you had in your life, you were building memories. And just because you're in your retirement phase, there is no reason to stop creating memories together. One of the best ways to create memories together is through traveling. It adds a level of adventure and excitement, and it produces strong memories that you can draw on later, so you can talk about them later when you're older together. Okay, number 5, talk about your finances. Talk about your finances a lot. Talk about your finances as a couple, and what one person's needs are and what another person's needs are, and try to find the best plan for you both. Now, my husband and I have had several conversations about finances. And what we found out is that sometimes we can be talking in circles, trying to figure it out, because we are not the most knowledgeable on how to act on what buckets we have and how to get them to last as long as possible into our future. So we hired a financial planner. Now, this financial planner gave us more confidence in the decisions that we were making, and he listened to what our needs were, or what we were thinking about for our finances going forward into the future, possibly 30 years from now. He understood our current condition, whether that be health or what buckets we have, where to draw from first, taking a look at any financial impact that could come from the future, such as inflation, and how to make some best decisions. Now, if you don't have a financial planner, I would suggest that you get one today. If you don't get one today, get one in the near future. If you don't have one in the near future, make that as one of your couple goals. Number 6 on the list is to communicate. Communication with each other is very important. It can be difficult at times, but if you're starting to talk about the top 3 worries that you have living together in the future, they could be finances, they could be healthcare, and it could be something like aging in place. That's our big 3. If you start talking about them now, it is going to make the conversations a lot easier when life becomes harder. I would start practicing some of the lighter conversations right now, like travel. Part of communication is regularly checking in with each other. And don't forget to laugh, because life is grand, and at any opportunity when a lighthearted moment comes up, laugh, enjoy, take it all in as much as possible. Okay, number 7 is to prioritize your health. Plans that you have worked out with your doctor. Get your blood work checked. Get your prescriptions updated. Get your shots. Go to your skin doctor. Whatever your maintenance plan is, make it a priority. that preventive health care is important so that you can hopefully catch things before it becomes a crisis. Now, navigating retirement together as a couple may give some people some anxiety or some concerns as to, oh my God, I'm going to be with this person every day, every hour for the next 30 years. And I'm just not used to that. And some people may not be used to that. Having that transition can be difficult. Now, my 7 tips hopefully can bridge that gap if you are going through that transition. If not, these 7 tips will help you if you are early in your relationship as a millennial or a Gen Xer or even later. It's never too late for any baby boomer who is still struggling with how to maintain a relationship in retirement as a couple. I hope these tips help you because they have helped me, and that's what I want to do. I want to share my experiences on how to get through retirement life together as a couple. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.